This is how you should be leveraging, and I'm going to show you that in less than 9 minutes. If you are one of those people who believe that you can find a strategy that works 100%, get out, my nigga. I am more of a probability person. The more you put yourself in positions where you have a higher probability of something to happen, is you are guaranteed more success than going down a loophole and expecting to find something that works 100%. Firstly, I will say this. You can't expect to master leveraging if you haven't already mastered how to enter a trade and how to set up a risk to reward. But this is not about that. I will be focusing on leveraging in this particular video. So here we had our setup. This is my risk, this is my reward, and this is the reason why I entered this trade. I entered it off the break, look for a retracement, now we're taking this thing up. So with that being said, now that we're in this trade, we're looking for ways to do what? To leverage. There are two ways you could potentially look to improve the way you leverage. The indicator that we're going to be using to focus on leveraging focuses on momentum and acceleration, right? Okay, now look at this. You see the arrows, the dark red arrows and the light red arrows. The light red arrows are 1 minute confirmations. Let me show you what a confirmation is. So a confirmation is when we have a minimum of 4 dark red bars, and then the next one is a light red bar. That first light red bar after a minimum of 4 dark red bars is what we refer to as a confirmation. So we have one confirmation right here, we have another confirmation right here, and another one over here. All of these are on our 1 minute time frame. Now, I had to quickly go to the 5 minute time frame just to show you the confirmations of the dark red indicators on the 5 minute time frame. As you can see over here, we have a minimum of 4 dark red bars, and then the first one, which is a light red bar, is where we mark our indicator. Same thing over here. We have a minimum of 4 dark red indicator bars, and then the first one is a light red. First is a light red bar, and then that's our indicator. Everywhere we have an indicator confirmation, that is where we anticipate the market to turn. Now, I just want to go through this and show you all the places where we had indicator confirmations and where market actually continued and turned within that direction. As you can see here, we have a bunch of indicator confirmations, and market did in fact reverse and continue going in the direction pointed to by the indicator confirmation. So same thing here. We had an indicator confirmation down here, market continued. Indicator confirmation, market continued. Indicator confirmation, market continued, but then it came back down. And now, this is where the second thing I'm going to show you, which is what I refer to as phase setups, right? So, phase setups. Phase setups is having the idea that, more specifically, XAUUSD moves in 3 or 4 phases. Most commonly, it moves in 3 phases. Now, the concept of phases really just stems from liquidity and market chasing prices based on people being there, but I explain it a bit differently, right? I mark whatever highest position we had in the market, right? Previous or current highest position. As you can see right here, we have this one right here, but here's the trick. Whenever a market passes this point, it has to pass this point significantly. As you can see here, there was a lot of momentum. The same thing applies here. Here we have high, but notice how here market hasn't passed yet. What's the significance of that? The significance of that is, had market gotten to this point, I probably wouldn't have entered until market passes this point, right? But here's the other thing, right? I'm putting you guys on. This is how I focus my re-entries. So based off of phases, how I would have probably re-entered here, I would have said, okay, cool. Market blew past this first phase. So this phase right here, this is our first phase. Market blows past, we wait. Do not re-enter. Wait until market comes back down, retests that level, and then continue with it going up. So we wouldn't have entered there, would have waited for market to come near this price. You see, as it went up here and then it came back down, that's where we look for entry. That's where, and then you mark your risk to reward, then look to continue taking this thing back up. That's how I would, that's how I would suggest anyone to look for a re-entry. The same thing with the third phase. We would have waited for this thing to blow all the way up and then wait for it to create some sort of a pattern. After that, only then look for re-entry right here and then look to take it up. Though I will say with the third phase is a bit trickier. Usually what happens in the third phase, it comes back down, then it comes back again to the second phase, and then it goes to the fourth phase. Now, with the fourth phase is a very, very rare occurrence, but the fourth phase, for anyone who's looking to flip a huge amount of money, if you want to freaking take 5,000 USD to like 100,000 USD, the fourth phase is where you shine, because by the time market comes from the third phase down to the second phase, here, as it continues to go up, that's where you put most of your re-entries. So that's how I would suggest anyone to re-enter. But one thing I will tell you, know how much you're risking, right? So with that being said, if anyone has any further questions or anything like that, most of these things I've already covered in my channel, and any question that you already have, there probably is already a video referring specifically to that question. And by that, I mean all the videos mentioning what exactly it is that I trade, what is it that I look into, even how I saw the setup right here. It is in my main channel. So if you have any questions, you know where to go. Yeah, man. So for now, I think I'm just going to leave this right here. And thank you to this guy right here for asking this particular question. And this is why I created this video.